Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mike from Blue Line Bushcraft. Been waiting for this moment for a long time. We're going to check out my new Polaris Xpedition ADV 5 Northstar. You guys are totally going to love this machine. It is so dialed. Let me just get these doors open. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this machine. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love this thing. All right, everybody, here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. My brand new Polaris Xpedition ADV 5 Northstar. What the? Wait a second. That's not my new machine. That's my Viking. What the? So yeah, no ADV 5 Northstar Polaris Xpedition machine for me yet. I know some folks have taken delivery of their 2-seat and 5-seat XP and Ultimate Northstar models. There are some 2-seat ADV Northstar models floating around out there, but there's a huge void of 5-seat ADV models. I know of one regular customer who has received his. And then, of course, on the internet, it's apparent that a few third-party component manufacturers have received machines, most likely so they can build aftermarket components. But the ADV 5 Northstar in particular does not seem to be delivering based on the promised timeframes from Polaris that they published during the original launch. So the biggest question for me is, Polaris, what is going on? This seems like a case where maybe Polaris overpromised and now they're under-delivering on that promise. You would think that folks at Polaris would have done their market research, would have anticipated, at least with some degree of accuracy, sales, and you would think that knowing today's logistical issues, supply issues, parts issues, that they would have done their due diligence to make sure that they had components for that estimated market, either on hand or in-house, ready to go. But it's starting to seem that that is not the case. So this is my first Polaris product, and I have to say that so far the experience has been a little disappointing. In this video, we're going to talk about the Xpedition launch, dealer pre-orders, when those occurred, what was promised, why I personally was interested in an Xpedition, and how that is going with my order, and then the responses I'm getting from Polaris. As time goes on, and as some people have been taking delivery of their machines, we're starting to see some less than stellar design issues, some less than stellar quality control issues, and it's really starting to make me doubt my purchase a little bit. Again, going back to the point of overpromising and under-delivering, if Polaris can't figure out how to have parts on hand to build the machines that they promised, what other corners are getting cut? What other things are they skimping on? What other issues are there? And like I said, we will talk about some of the issues that are emerging with these things as far as design and quality. And man, yeah, it just begs the question, as time goes on, what more are we going to find out? So like I said, we're going to get into the launch of the machine, some of the logistics, and some of the promises made. So when did this all start? It's my understanding from reading on the internet and other articles that the Xpedition has been in development for 5-6 years maybe, but Polaris really got hot and heavy with it on May 16th, 2023. On that day, they posted to YouTube the video 2024 Polaris Xpedition, Polaris Engineered Accessories, Polaris Off-Road Vehicles. That video was really the first in-your-face preview of what Polaris was offering with the Xpedition. It's my understanding that dealer pre-sales started being accepted on that day as well. So the first day that you could order a Xpedition was May 16th, 2023. From there, we move to July 17th, 2023. This is when Polaris has their debut event, launching the 2024 all-new Polaris Xpedition live reveal video on YouTube. This video highlights all of the capabilities of the machine, the different platforms, the different trim packages available, and really highlighted what Polaris hopes to bring together with this machine. Outdoor adventure combined with a capable and able UTV platform. During this time, Reed Wilson, Vice President of Polaris Off-Road Recreation, had this to say. In light of the incredible growth of the adventure segment, we decided to dramatically change the game with a vehicle that takes no cues from predecessors and leads the way for an entirely new side-by-side experience. Our goal was to bridge the worlds of traditional side-by-sides and overlanding with a vehicle that allows the most passionate adventurers to go farther and deeper than ever and discover totally new destinations and experiences. So why did I want it? As you can see from some of my other content, I'm a pretty avid outdoors person. I enjoy bushcraft. I enjoy survival skills. I enjoy going off-grid. I've been a UTV owner since 2015. I currently have my Yamaha Viking 6, and this machine seemed like it would perfectly fit the space where I exist. What better machine to go out and practice some of the skills that I enjoy? So when did I place my order? My order was placed on May 29th, 2023. The invoice was sent to me June 2nd, 2023. So you can see on my invoice, I ordered the 2024 Polaris Xpedition ADV 5 Northstar, the orange rust with black trim. The base price of the vehicle was $44,850. I added an additional $9,266.11 of accessories. Dealer surcharge of $145. The cash price of the vehicle, $54,261.11. State sales tax, title and registration, for a grand total on my Xpedition Northstar ADV 5 of $58,026.25. Less my $2,000 cash deposit, this is what I have left to pay on the vehicle when and if it delivers, which I will be paying cash for. Taking a closer look at the accessories, as I discussed earlier, I added the pod floodlights that go on the HD bumper, rear windshield wiper, mirrors, the heavy-duty front bumper, the rock sliders, scene lights all the way around the vehicle, the Rhino platform, the Rhino backbone for the roof rack, 50-inch rigid light bar, 50-inch curved light bar harness, the rigid driving lights, ram phone mount, rooftop tent, and traction board. So again, total on accessories, $9,266.11. So how did my timelines pan out? Like I said, I placed my order May 29th, 2023. By July 12th, I had confirmation on Polaris's order tracking website that my order had been confirmed. Again, it's set in that status on 7/20. And then on August 1st, 2023, I got my first scheduled build, which showed the scheduled build from September 5th to October 17th, 2023. September 5th does fall within what was promised by Polaris, told to dealerships. When I ordered my machine, my dealership had told me that they were anticipating delivery of the machines that were pre-ordered, dealer pre-orders, between mid-August and early September. So I was pleased when I saw on August 1st, 2023, a scheduled ship date for my machine of September 5th to October 17th, 2023. September 5th would have fallen within the time frames, and I was pretty happy to see that and hopeful that those timelines would hold true. However, on August 27th, 2023, the scheduled build got updated to show a ship date of October 23rd to January 7th. Another update came on September 13th, 2023. This time, pushing the ship date to November 14th, 2023, all the way until January 2nd of 2024. So I was now looking at a possible ship date all the way into 2024, much less delivery to my dealership, installation of accessories, and my pickup of the machine. The last update I've received was on September 19th, which rolled it back 1 week. So now I'm looking at a ship date of November 7th, 2023 to December 21st, 2023. So obviously there's been delays. My dealer has been very accommodating. My salesperson has been working very hard to try to speak with Polaris about the delays. Sadly, though, he's not getting much from them. The only information we were able to get was in an email that was sent to him a few days ago or sent through their customer feedback system, I'm not sure which, and it read, and I quote, "I apologize for the frustration this has caused. The reason for the delays with this model is the producer has been experiencing part shortages as well as labor shortages. They are working hard to combat this. If your customer chooses to go to another dealership, they will likely find the same delays with this model, as all dealers are affected by these delays. Pre-sold units always ship out before stocking units. If another dealer has this unit in stock, it is because it is a pre-sold order, or they must have had a pre-sold customer back out. Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do to have the producer speed these up. Your customer can reach out to our customer service support team at 1-888-704-5290 to see if there is anything they can offer for compensation for the delay. Thanks, Hannah." So I have one question. Who's the producer? Isn't that Polaris? What parts are we talking about? What's the delay? What producer isn't delivering? What's the problem? Polaris, come on. Also, compensation for the delay? What's that look like? Let's expand on that a little. Do you pay me interest? What are we willing to throw in some free accessories? I have no idea, but you're going to place the burden on me to reach out? You're the one failing to deliver, Polaris. I delivered. I delivered a deposit. I have cash on hand to pay for the machine when it comes in. I'm delivering. You're not. It seems like you should be doing the legwork, not me as your customer. So this brings me to my last point. I'm getting nervous about this machine. I'm getting nervous about the delivery. I'm getting nervous about the quality control. And I'm also going to be starting to highlight some of those issues. There is no shortage of things showing up on the forums to talk about with quality and design issues with these machines. Just to name a few of the things that I will be taking a deeper dive into, here we go. We have axles popping out with only a few miles on the machine. We've got engine lights and programming areas on the ride command system declaring the machine as a general. We have paint peeling off of heat shields on mufflers. We've got bolts that mount the lock and ride system that are rusting. We have machines showing up with loose oil drain plugs straight from the factory and seeping oil. We've got misaligned axle hoops. We've got water leaking from AC systems, vents that aren't closing completely, causing windshields to fog. We've got numerous complaints about excessive engine noise. We have rattles within the machine or metallic sounds at certain RPMs. We've got parts missing from some delivered machines. We have design flaws guaranteed to make mud and debris traps. So I mentioned earlier how Polaris has clearly shipped some of the ADV5s to third-party manufacturers. Most likely these third-party manufacturers got these machines so that they can develop parts. But I was a little disturbed by a video I saw posted on the internet the other day from one of these third-party accessory developers where, they're out in the desert, they're putting the machine through its paces. Quite honestly, the video wasn't all that informative, if you ask me. But during the video, they talk about how the rooftop tent is going to make the operator of the UTV look like a Subaru driver, and then there's some comments about sexuality. Even though they made an attempt to mute the audio, it's very clear what they're discussing. And it was odd. And it makes me question, Polaris is putting machines in the hands of content creators like this and accessory creators. And is this really the image that Polaris wants for themselves? So I'll be covering that video separately, but man, again, I really question, is this really what Polaris wants to put forward as their foot and their representation of what this machine stands for, because I found the whole thing pretty bad. There's even a comment from one of the people in the video where the person says, "Let me know if I need to cut that out." Almost like they knew that the content they were creating was questionable and might be offensive to some or cross a line. So I ask again, what is going on, Polaris, and what do you have to say about this rollout? To the viewers of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've ordered an Xpedition, let me know about your experience and your concerns in the comments below. Let's let Polaris know what our thoughts are and where they should be improving, because right now I think it's safe to say they aren't doing too well. Stay tuned for more.